All right. Well, we got a series on our hand. Just the, the classic, the statement Turtle Troop taking down the second map. And it kind of labored win here, Wyatt. They're able to take it down in overtime. They started figuring out YFP a little bit, but wow, was this one close.
Yeah, I said it at the end of the cast. Just at no point did it look easy in any way for Turtle Troop. Every round was just so scrappy. They were clawing for everything they could get. So many of the rounds came down to Weeded or Adder having to make a big play, win a big 1v1 that puts them in, puts the rest of the team in a good position to make something happen. So, frankly, feels like even going to map 3 is, I'm not going to say a miracle, but it just didn't feel like it was going to happen.
They had to work for it, and I love the call out on Weeded and Adder because, oh my goodness, Marks. They were stepping up in map number 1, but unfortunately wasn't enough against the super aggressive YFP. But here in map number 2, I feel like I've only seen Adder on my screen and nobody else for the last 1.5 million years. Like, there's so many Adder highlights.
Well, see, this is what I was actually going to say. I feel like Weeded was so instrumental for the Turtle Troop defense. Obviously, it wasn't the best result for Turtle Troop when they were on their defensive half, but the rounds that they were able to scrape together to get them to that OT, especially on the defensive half, I really felt Weeded had such a huge impact on those rounds. Versus on the attacking half, that's when Adder kind of became the MVP for Turtle Troop and just kind of took the reins himself and really just put the pressure on YFP. And, well, that's the reason why Turtle Troop were able to win.
I mean, Turtle Troop as well, being able to have a better step up here at the first kills, even if it's not quite even, as well, being able to shut YFP down when they started gaining that momentum. And I think that was a really important thing going on into this too, because YFP, Wyatt, we've gotten to see that when they start getting aggressive, they've looked so coordinated, but Turtle Troop, I think, did a really good job at just kind of shutting them down to not allow them to even run all over them in the first place.
For sure, you could definitely see that Turtle Troop were playing quite slow on that map on both halves. I think sometimes on defense to their detriment where they weren't fighting for enough map control, but it definitely seemed like that fear of the YFP, what sometimes was over-aggression, was very much instilled in them.
Yeah, I can't wait to see then how this is going to be faring on now that we've been able to see both teams take a dub, with how this will match up on our third decider map, because I feel like for the aggression that YFP has, Turtle Troop definitely figuring them out just a little bit. But once we go over to Icebox, is that going to be a repeat for how this is going to be, especially too for YFP? They've already been bringing out a funky comp we got to see on Lotus. Last time we saw them on Icebox, they did have that Reyna. That was back in week 1, Mark. So really, where YFP decides to go on this, well, it's anyone's guess.
I think that's kind of an interesting point that you bring up, especially on that week 1 point, because obviously YFP very clearly from split 1 have decided, you know what, let's start over and figure ourselves out, because they look really good coordinated wise. And to me, if they played the Reyna on the first week, once again, they won that matchup. To me, that says that, let's just stick to our guns here. It's a little bit more unconventional, but you know what else is unconventional? Bringing out a Neon. And so I think that it is very likely that we are going to be seeing YFP pull out the Reyna. My question around it, though, is how they're going to be doing their controller agents, because the last time we saw them on week 1, they had that Harbor and Viper both into the map, so going with that double walls. And be curious to see whether or not they stick to their guns with that, especially on Icebox.
I'm curious too, since it was Penny on the Reyna, we could see Penny be bringing that back out. I'm definitely not too worried about that. But Wyatt, this is a team that has gone through roster changes since that. Week 1 seems like it was so long ago here in Challengers. So I'm curious with how they've kind of restructured with how they want to match up against this Turtle Troop, where they do have very recent tape against it. This was an overtime win going on, so I don't know. I can't wait. We'll get on with our yap, and we're gonna send over to our agent select and get started with map 3 of their series.
All right, thank you, Sierra. We're right into things here on Icebox, the deciding map. And YFP, they're bringing that Reyna, as we kind of talked about, but Jake going back onto the Clove, Wyatt.
That is unexpected, and listen, I'm here for it. I'm down to see more Clove gameplay. It's really fun. Jake was really good with the Clove on the first map. Specifically, he was really good in tandem with Penny. They were playing so forward, so aggro together, and that was driving a lot of that death ball style that they had with the Neon on Lotus. On the other side for Turtle Troop, they're playing some pretty standard meta agents at the moment. The Gecko on this map is really fantastic. The KO, super standard. You get a lot of value from the knife on this map, pressuring towards B, using it for yellow situations like that. And the Jet is the mainstay here as well, right? So Turtle Troop with a lot of meta stuff, and YFP with the off meta trying something different.
Now let's see if that innovation is going to create a little bit of a difference here, but once again, this is for the win in this series. Right now, both these teams undefeated in Split 2. And one map to continue the streak, and, well, it's going to break the other team's streak, unfortunately. But one more thing I'd like to quickly flag is, we talked about this at the start of the show, but Corey actually on the KO, meaning B-Dog going to be on that Jet play. And we've seen B-Dog on Jet before, and it always looks pretty good.
Yeah, that is his main agent. He's been playing it at a really high level in America for years at this point. And frankly, at many different points, it's been a wonder to me as to why he's not gotten a shot on like a true tier 1 team. He is a really high-level player. We'll see if he can take over here on the Jet. Maybe when he picks up that operator. Oh my god, almost going down to the molly. The Turtle Troop, for the most part, get this site relatively unscathed. Wingman with the plant.
Yeah, just the classic there. The wall goes up, the spike goes down. Penny, though, able to punish Weeded. Just had the idea when Weeded decided to step through. And Adder, poking and prodding, does go down to Thief this time around. YFP taking the fight forwards here, claiming a lot of space onto Yellow Thief, all the way in the back line. Corey caught, swapping guns as B-Dog the last person alive, but once again, you can't look forwards and backwards at the same time. And that will be YFP a very decisive retake.
I mean, also, Stellar said, molly yourself. Just actually died to his own molly. I don't know what was going on there. That was such a mess from Turtle Troop, honestly. We did pushing forward alone off a really odd timing where his wall was about to drop. No supporting utility, no one to help him, goes down. Adder was swinging out in the open, alone with the Sheriff. Punished and goes down. Really, really bad start right now for Turtle Troop. YFP get an easy round. Penny has the Outlaw online, and Turtle Troop are full forced into this. 4 Stingers and a Marshal. Armors for everybody.
Saw this happen last time as well. Unfortunately, they were punished for it. Time around, though. Dipping around. B-Dog now going to be going in. Stinger in hand. Spots out. Swarm Grenade. Oh, dashes it. Oh, T-Flash. That's unlucky. Thief able to find the kill off of that. Just a battle on the other sides of the wall. Stellar at least able to find one, but now YFP with their pistols putting in the work here. Adder at least with those long sight lines. Okay. Finds a nice little headshot onto Jake. We'll get spotted out here by that Owl Jones, so we'll have to back up a little bit what we did. Tucked in. Stinger gaming underway. Able to at least find one. And well, speaking of always, this time Adder shuts down Penny with that one.
There's just... Oh my god, they should just not be winning that. That is absolutely absurd. Adder just saves the team so hard with that crazy Marshall flick. Oh my god. I mean, again, Turtle Troop were playing just so scrappy. The team flash, trying to double push through the wall, but the timing was a little bit off, and they just snatch away that round win for no good reason. Pure individual heroics.
Oh boy, YFP getting a little bit aggressive. 0 point already, though, gives information. Recon Dart going to be utilized there. B-Dog on the other side is able to get one down. Just like that, the economy is hurting. Ooh, Jake. Yeah, this time you're going to be standing the ground. Don't have the ultimate available as YFP, they're taking space on B, but Stellar just aware.
Turtle Troop just playing things quite slowly with these long-range weapons. Always better on attack when you have the defenders swinging into you, and that has been the case.
Oh no, Petty. on the back line, almost finds B-Dog here. It's so scrappy, but Thief somehow still able to, caught in the reload here. Still gets the headshot.
What's happening, man?
Looking like LeBron James with a layup or something. That was insanity. And now B-Dog just in a 1v2 does have that outlaw, 1 updraft, and 5 HP. These rounds have been unique.
This is the actual my eyes game. I'm about to pour bleach into my eyes after these first 3 rounds. This is just ridiculous. And this is ridiculous. All right, B-Dog trying to find a timing, goes down. They get ecoed back. They should not be getting ecoed back. I'm stunned. I don't even know what to say.
It feels like there's like one little mistake over here, and then you're like, oh, the other team is 100% gonna hop on top of that one. And then they do, but then they make a mistake, and then they're immediately traded back, and then shenanigans just breaks down on the dance floor. And somehow one of these teams gets an eco. That's how this map has been going so far.
They were in a 5v3. A 5v3. They still have an okay buy here. A couple stingers, Stellar and Corey. Looks like now they just want to go for a full A hit. YFP already on the rotate to the site, and Turtle Troop are going to have to contend with all of the KJ utility.
Lockdown, ready for a Thief. It's going to get pushed to the back here. B-Dog taking space. Oh, not able to secure the kill on a Physic. That timing could have been really good, though, if the kill goes through. Spike going to get planted down. Thief more than happy to take space here. Should be able to escape. A couple people get detained. They're watching for it. Jake from up top, though, not expecting that one. And suddenly, all the prisoners are completely open for business. Thief finding 3, and yeah, meanwhile, the whole defuse was happening, so Turtle Troop didn't even have a chance to defend. A little bit of a misplay there as YFP get their 3rd.
Yeah, they thought they had the timing to get the spike down and get away. Not the case at all. 3 players detained. I mean, need you say more about how the round devolved from there? This is just...
And they lined up for Thief too, like...
This is some muddy Valorant if I've ever seen it.
Alright, well now, we do see Turtle Troop on a little bit more of a half buy. Will shooting down that Dizzy as a Turtle Troop. Take a little bit of space, but it's a lot more tame this time, Wyatt.
Yeah, Adder did get 1 shot into Penny, so pretty low on HP with 50. And against 4 Marshals, just 1 shot to the body would take him out. Will anchoring back yellow. Might get swarmed. Might have to contend with a lot of utility. Corey has a flash that he can throw deep. The dash is going to come in. But it's just a straight fight from B-Dog. No supporting util. A bit disappointing to see.
And in the midst of that, Corey falling down as well. Turtle Troop just kind of stuck with the door open. We did falling down as well. Stellar at least able to find 1, but the collapse is underway. Now it's just Stellar. Able to at least get a Marshal and the Spike. Does have full util kit, but at this point, yeah, you don't want any messes in front of you. Thief finding the final kill of the round. YFP back into their stride, cleaning up the mess just a little bit.
Starting to get firmly in control of the game. Look at the economy for them. All the players sitting around 5K, 6K. And Turtle Troop, nothing left in the bank after this buy. It's a crucial round for them, and they've been building up those ultimate orbs to the point now where they have the significant impact ultimates on a crucial round. The Thrash, the Lockdown, both available here.
Shutting them down.
As that round goes down, you can tell it's going to be a little bit of a faster hit this time. B-Dog already taken so much space. Nothing actually found off the Dizzy, so they will at least move up to claim the ultimate orb. It's just tempering the storm right now before they get ready to go. Adder going to be tossing down the Lockdown. Will holding fast. Will eventually just back off of this. And yeah, Turtle Troop decide this is going to be a little bit more of a defense around that Lockdown. Make sure it can activate.
All right, now they bring that wall up.
Right here.
Scale into the side of the back of it. Did Physic notice that Adder got up top? I don't think he did. Saw just the back of them, and Adder in this forward position does get traded out.
Oh, could have been so much more dangerous, but at least able to find 1 here. The spike's still not planted thanks to a couple of those shock bolts. Thief now. worming their way onto the back of the site. Looking the other way, and actually the double swing is going to be good. Penny from up top still alive. Jake at least able to find Weeded. Shut that one down. Spike still not planted. Finally now this will happen. Penny looking around. Oh, got the look in the wrong way. And Jake going for the swing, but Corey just a little bit faster. And now the spike finally goes down, but YFP, or sorry, Turtle Troop will scoop up their second.
Turtle Troop's doing a nice job controlling the pace there in a tough situation when their wingman gets broken. Just bringing things to a bit of a halt, baiting out some of those peaks from YFP, punishing the players who did peak, and winning an extremely important round for them. If they had lost that, the game in prime position to spiral out of control for them, for YFP to get a massive lead.
Had to use 2 very expensive ultimates for it, but just like you described, 100% worth it. Okay, Seller somehow falling down to a shock bolt. But you know what? I guess it works out. They're at least able to find Will. Should allow for an easier attack onto any of these sites, actually. Smoke pressure kind of taken down, but Milkman now going to be activated. Corey should be able to take a little bit more space with that. Jake's still kind of anchoring things up top. He's suppressed, but now Penny on the flank watch here as the spike goes down.
It'll be huge if Adder can catch a timing on this backstab. It looks like he will.
My double's dead.
So hard, but look at that. They're already so ready for it. Jake and Penny moving into position. Adder falling down now. Spike actually not planted, so we're seeing Turtle Troop squander a little bit. We'll be taking their talents over to that A side. While Corey continues to add on a little bit of pressure. Not dead yet, actually used, but it's okay because Physic goes down as well. Never mind, Corey's not quite done yet. And doesn't matter though, Penny heard the rotation going around.
30 seconds left.
This could be really bad timing depending on how things play out.
Oh, he just gives up the angle. Probably gonna catch Corey though. Yeah, will.
Okay.
Able to heal back to max, but that information is going to allow Turtle Troop to get the free plant over on the other side, the A site. Gonna plant safe
10
behind the box
seconds
here.
Welcome to my world.
Viper Spit gets deployed as well. Penny immediately walking in, and yeah, Weeded just cleans that up. It's good. It felt like it was such a secure round for Turtle Troop. Started to slip away there, but they were able to pull things back, and yeah, that was more shenanigans, Wyatt.
I mean, Corey just does it all. That duel win against Physic was crazy. And just kills Jake twice in the round. Perfect crosshair placement. YFP forced onto the timeout after that. I mean, again, things are still, though, they are messy from Turtle Troop. This is not clean from them right now. They are scrapping for every little advantage in round win. It takes Corey winning 3 1v1s to get in position to win that round. Because Adder, he had things locked up on that flank. He gets them into a 4v3, has a backstab position, but after that kill is just immediately hungry for more, pushing up for more. And if he just plays that more slowly there, it just applies so much pressure on YFP. They know they're encircled. Turtle Troop, they really need to iron things out right now. They need to kind of take a deep breath and calm some of these situations down because they're really getting out of hand and it's requiring heroics to get out of them.
And meanwhile, on the other side, you see players like Jake, like Penny, like Will, honestly, just kind of hold the ground. Sure, they decide to go for some of these fights, try and take those gun duels, but they do it as soon as they realize that other members of their team are ready to move in and support them, whether or not it's a trade, whether or not it's utility. So those are kind of working out in their favor. Already, the ultimate's actually getting popped here. Hunter's Fury is clearing things out, but not able to find anything. At least gives the information that they aren't as far up B as they might have thought.
Standard dizzy placement from Seller to try and force back any players peeking on that left side of B main, and B-Dog works up claiming the space off of it. Gonna wait for Corey's knife to get back up, be able to send that back yellow, get the info, maybe pop flash around back yellow for B-Dog to get in there with the knives.
0 point ready to go. Tossed in here. Should have given the information about potentially someone being behind yellow, and yeah, Jake at least able to take one on the way down, but the Blade Storm from, B-Dog was looking good. Will is able to find two. Corey going around, able to find that one back as Adder tries to go for the duel, but YFP Penny shuts that one down. Now a 3v1 scenario. Corey blinded out as well, caught with the knife out, and YFP, they end it just after it started, as they once again will cement their lead a little bit more.
A massive props to Will, who was somehow able to get two in that situation. Taking out B-Dog while he was swinging him in the air with the knives, and then I think he got the second fully blinded up. Just had the crosshair placed around, like for the corner swing, was just spraying full blind against two. The savior for YFP on that round.
Yeah, it feels like Turtle Troop, they finally were getting a little bit of ground, but like you said, required so many heroics. And YFP, after that, just immediately pulled things back, honestly. And this time, an early Viper's Pit gets deployed out. Pac-Man hanging out on that A site, while Turtle Troop are going to be exploring this mid area just a little bit. This is a different look from them. We haven't seen them try this kitchen attack just quite yet. It's Killjoy turret going. They're all stomping. Yeah, it's going to be a timing on Physic as Adder actually falls down first. Jake's still up top here, waiting for them to pop through. Penny able to find B-Dog. Jake now swinging through. Uh-oh, Pop Flash didn't quite go exactly how you planned. And now it's all falling apart. Turtle Troop just trapped in a kitchen. Nothing to be found here. Weeded in a 1v3, sorry. Not able to find anything. YFP, nice easy round for them.
It was an interesting idea from Turtle Troop. I mean, not mad at them mixing it up and trying to aggress in a different place of the map, but after they got into kitchen, they just never really took any significant forward space from there. They just got completely caught in there by players from all angles, and Adder was the one lone man working B main, but his timing gets caught again. Adder is not finding success lurking on this map right now. You have such a great understanding, YFP, of where he's going to be.
0 point gets tossed out. I don't know if that's actually going to pick up Jake as well, so position not fully compromised. It's going to be trades coming through. Will with the tap shuffle. Will at least find one, but runs right into the barrel of B-Dog. Physical aware where B-Dog might be. Uses that shock bolt, is able to find that kill there. Now uses the Owl Drone just on the other side. The Empress could be popped. I'm running down. Weeded just on the other side of this. The Lear goes wide. Physical at least able to find one. Penny with the one tap onto Adder. And just like that, YFP, these coordinated attacks are looking spectacular.
They are looking a cut above right now. It does look like their game to take, and really just the same story as this entire series. They have felt in control the entire time. It took so much from Turtle Troop to be able to barely get over the finish line on Sunset. And now they're right back to being on the back foot, excuse me. This has just not been a great map for Turtle Troop this year. Over the course of Challengers, the results have been really mixed, and at no point have they been convincing on this map. YFP, they are in prime position to get this big upset win, be 3-0 right now, undefeated in stage 2 for the season. Such an impressive turnaround.
And right now, too, I mean, if you're Turtle Troop, obviously Turtle Troop, you're coming off of the back of beating Moist X Shopify. Another very tall team. You know that they were feeling good running into this one and losing it all against the YFP. A drudging series here, but all the way on to map number 3. And now, right back into the action. Let's see what they've got after that timeout. As we do see Penny actually going to be going for the operator, using it to kind of scope down long. Turtle Troop have mostly been attacking that B site, but they might swap it up and walk right into that op.
Definitely not going to be expecting it. Going to be thinking it'll be, safe to maybe walk into, peek some of these angles that they've been able to previously, but against that scoped weapon, they're just going to be going down. Danger for B-Dog. Shuffles around the doorway and was able to escape that bullet.
Crisis averted, and you can see immediately B-Dog just goes off the angle. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat that. Meanwhile, though, we did, as well as Adder, taking a lot of space onto this B site, and so we're seeing almost a yin-yang rotation happen with Turtle Troop now rotating themselves over to B with all the space taken. But Adder has to find this kill here. Oh no, Thief is able to find that. The lockdown goes down as well. It's not going to be the most ideal scenario, but they are going to challenge that. That going down, the lockdown will get destroyed, and Turtle Troop will be able to get the spike down as YFP scramble to get themselves back around.
They are playing so aggro up in sight right now, and they're gonna get punished because of it. Those positions are just so tough to hold on this newer version of Icebox. Playing in the site is so awkward.
Null command activated by Corey up top. A little bit interesting, not dead yet, gonna get popped by Jake as well. Give another shot at life here, but Penny able to at least find one. The mosh pit actually finding Physic. These mollies have been unreal, but actually, it will be the Thrash that is going to win the round. Everyone just kind of stunned up and detained. A last second call from Stellar, and it works out perfectly.
I mean, that is crazy from Stellar to find the double detain with the Thrash. Corey as well. I mean, they win out a 2v4. None of these rounds from them are just ever clean. It is just coming down to, again, heroics from these guys. And yeah, they can pull off heroics because the players are so individually talented. This is such a stacked roster. But you don't want to see a team with this much talent have to be relying on that to get ahead in these rounds, to close rounds out. And we haven't seen this from Turtle Troop typically. You know, this hasn't been their MO of success as individual heroics. It's been the team play as well, but right now YFP are a cut above in that department.
B-Dog rolling in. Quick here, and yeah, that's an excellent little lineup there. Weren't expecting it. Jake at least able to find one back. Activates the dash, and Jake immediately going down here. Thief on the flank, though. No one's watching for this. This one could be deadly, but it looks like B-Dog will be rotating around. Oh, like ships passing in a night. None of the players so aware. Thief on the entry in the back. Walk through the ruse as Corey goes for the shorty pull out here. Tossing out the snake bite. Nothing really garnered from it. Oh, spotted out. Will's feet get shot up with it. It's going to be shotguns on shotguns, but never mind. Thief immediately getting spotted out as well, and Turtle Troop, they pull that one back in the Viper's pit. It's 7-5 in the half.
Yeah, just an honest, straight-up A hit from them. B-Dog getting in up top. Nice double spray down while the rest of the team try and fight deep for backside. Playing off of each other there, scaling nicely. So just a fundamental, solid textbook A hit from Turtle Troop at the very end to get 5 on the board. And again, on the back foot, but keeping things close. Not out of it just yet.
I imagine we're going to see pretty standard defensive stuff coming out of Turtle Troop here. Already you can kind of see B-Dog, as well as Corey and Stellar, probably going to be playing a little bit more aggressive out while they allow that Killjoy to anchor things down onto that B site. Already knife gets thrown out, but YFP taking space on mid.
Alarm bot down.
Yeah, it looks like they want to go for a split here. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Adder. He's just going to back up, play this safe, try and get out of dodge. Yeah, gets all the way to back. Snowman, oh my god, how does that connect?
The fadeaway shot is good. Spike is going to be going down here. An excellent little flank being set up by 3 members. But they are going up against Jake, and yeah, they're not aware. Oh no, not the utility at hand yet again. Penny at least able to trade one back, but can they really weather the storm? Penny able to find B-Dog as well. Thief opting to get out, but never mind. Penny, it's good for 3 kills. Okay, we just got to running things down. Immediately gets taken off here, and now Stellar up against the world. Is able to spot one out, but Will cleans that one up. A scrappy pistol round. But to be fair, this has been a scrappy map overall.
And that's just some pistol round Reyna activity where you get one and you just start cycling the heals. You have more health than everybody with the Ghost. Reyna is just so good on pistol rounds. If you get that first domino knocked over, it just becomes so easy to rack up the kills. So, star duelist for YFP, Penny, stepping it up.
This round as well, Turtle Troop not opting to buy up here, so very clear weapon advantage in YFP's hands. Will actually opting for the rifle, and all grouped up, making their way through. Information will be given, but they're going to be going in and getting this spike for free.
This is cross on mid, gonna get one. He's probably just gonna back off and play that safely now. No need to take any more engagements.
Yeah, at this point, Turtle Troop just kind of looking for maybe something else. Maybe another kill, drop the weapons down here. They are going to be at least grouping themselves up to die to the spike. But Penny has to make sure to walk away with this rifle. Oh, Adder, great timing there. Able to actually get that Vandal out of their hands. Expensive mistake. And now B-Dog drops down, not able to secure a kill. It's a whole battle on the site, but at least they're able to get quite a few weapons out of YFP's hands. This Turtle Troop, they lose the round, but not the war.
Area pretty well myself.
Pretty fair damage, though. On the other maps, I believe they were able, at least on Sunset, they were able to win the second half pistol round, and that got them, you know, back into position to get into the game. They were clawing for round after round, eventually got that win, but here on Icebox, the third map, at a more significant disadvantage. Down 4 with another comeback on their hands. YFP's buy, not too bad because of the damage done, though. They have a few players saving to make sure they get a full buy into the next.
Already, YFP, this is what we expect from them. Very quick onto site. Already finding 2 of the members of Turtle Troop. Felt like Turtle Troop was just caught a little bit off guard here. Penny 1 HP, but that's just because of the decay. Still can use the Devour to get a little bit of HP, but the spike goes down now. Turtle Troop moving in 3v5, make it 3v4. Adder finding 1, Stellar finds, okay, hey, y'all looking the wrong way. And Turtle Troop are gonna take full advantage of that. Suddenly down to a 1v2. Thief unaware of where both players are, up, down. And yeah, Turtle Troop, they win that round out.
That was a really nice retake from them with the pace on it, specifically. Looking coordinated there, all of the players swinging together. It's maybe a good sign of things to come from them for this defensive half.
Yeah, I mean, given the fact that they were waffling a little bit earlier in some of those crazy moments, to see them be a little bit more coordinated, especially on that retake, that's pretty good, especially too because YFP had a very clear advantage finding 2 kills on their site entry. And now YFP, it looks like they're ready to hit A side again. Let's see if Turtle Troop are ready for it.
This time when they do, they've got the Hunter's Fury if they want to use that during the execute to cause some chaos in Turtle Troop's positioning, or of course, you can just save that for the post plant. Icebox is such a post plant heavy map where you can plant out in the open, take the long range duels, spam the players on the spike.
Jump peek around. Nothing really found here. Here's just gonna get utilized for a nice slow entry in. B-Dog just hugging the wall. Stellar starting us out with that first pick. B-Dog gets the information, but it's actually the zip line. It's going to allow for a little bit of confusion. Mosh pit's going to be good here, but yeah, Turtle Troop just denying everything onto the site. Thief left alone, almost looked really cool with that spray transfer, but Turtle Troop, they keep their hand firmly on the door and shut YFP out.
Yeah, they're looking really competent on these A site holes. Just playing the right angles together. Not a ton of utility coming in, but just those small little pieces that they're working off of nicely. The Dizzy coming over top from Stellar. Him and Corey backside fighting together. The coordination is starting to come back into the game for them. It was so lost on the first half, which is so unlike what we've seen from this team, you know, over the course of most of the late stage one, over the mid-season cup. This has been a tough match for them so far. I don't think they've been at their best, but maybe now when it matters most, you know, they're going to come together and get back to that level.
It's so funny too, because like taking a look at their matchup against Voice X Shopify, they always were just getting dominated in the first half. And so maybe it's just like, maybe Turtle Troop is just a second half team, because we've seen it now on kind of 3 maps at this point where like they have such a rough start, but then really start to pull things back together and then just kind of come back and win out the map. So who knows, maybe that's the strategy they've been hiding in their pockets.
Gonna be on the anti-eco here. They've got 3 really big ultimates available that they can carry over into this next round where YFP are gonna be on the full buy. So far in the game, rounds like this have been so dangerous for them, though. They have not done a good job at cleaning up anti-ecos in a clean fashion. We'll see if they can do that on defense, though. They've certainly looked better on this side so far.
B-Dog just kind of watching this angle while YFP, they've got a lot of sheriffs. Jake, only one with a little bit of something. Never mind. B-Dog already finding 2. Whirlwind activated here. Yeah, just gonna get out of there, but not before doing a lot of damage to Penny. That should be a lot of information, but keep in mind, look where Thief is. Don't know if that'll be actually impactful here, but B-Dog once again just kind of being a nuisance for YFP to be able to move in, and now Thief gets spotted out by Weeded.
Just gonna play passively Weeded and wait out Thief. Somehow,
Oh no.
Adder is on the flank here, huh? I don't know. Don't know how he's ended up in this situation.
One enemy
Alright.
remaining. Dead.
Gonna get a free kill. A little bit silly, but it's gonna end
30
up being a
seconds left.
very clean round unless Will does some last second damage. Not gonna be the case. Nicely handled by Turtle Troop. That's gonna be crucial to their economy. At the moment, it was not too good. A lot of players still under 1,000, but now with all those saved rifles, they're all gonna be around, 3, 4K already fully bought up.
And this last defensive round was something actually that I noticed on the last map, where Turtle Troop, when they see what's going on, they're pretty good as soon as they start to push out and take more of that map control. I mean, you're questioning like, hey, how did this flank get set up here? But it's just because as soon as they realized a majority of them are on the B side, we see the advancement forward. So Turtle Troop doing a pretty good job of map control right now.
And they've actually started with 4 players towards B, which is perfect because the split is coming here. They lose the first. Oh, Stellar unable to trade, but now, wow, Weeded Corey. Adder coming in so quickly. I mean, how? Oh my God, I can't believe they were able to do that after losing the first 2. They were perfectly set up for it. That was wild.
Yeah, once again, like, watching it there, I was like, oh yeah, of course we're going to be seeing, a couple kills come through. Oh, never mind, goes down. And then suddenly the rest of YFP are just dead because of those crossfires being set up by Turtle Troop. An excellent little hold there to just completely shut down that mid-aggression.
They started with 4 players on the round for B there, which is, I don't know if that's some level of intuition or if they had their own game plan in mind and it just so happened to be fortuitous timing because that's where all of YFP were going. But regardless, they take that round down.
Corey, oh, I was going to say great position here. It looked like B-Dog might have actually stepped on the Owl Drone that time, but Penny able to find the kill there. So not a great start here for Turtle Troop. Was a bit of a lower buy for YFP, but now they will have the weapons moving into this one. Adder just on the other side of danger, but Jake just a bit wiser to it. Stellar just on the other side, not actually cleared there, unfortunately. So it's a bit of damage here, but a clean round coming through from YFP. And we did in this 1v4 scenario, just trying to potentially damage the economy a little bit more, goes for the swing around, but Will shuts it down. YFP take the lead yet again.
Turtle Troop trying to go for, more aggressive map take towards A, but just get so hard punished for it. It was a half buy as well for YFP, and that completely allows them back into the game. They have 3 huge ultimates to play with here late into the half to try and close this out. I mean, similarly, Turtle Troop do as well. B-Dog now going to be picking up the operator. He's going to have a line down on A.
Standing ahead.
Looks like they're going to try and push up and get some space. Deep knife. And yeah, B-Dog, pretty forward position. That's going to allow the rest of his team to post up elsewhere. Corey leaving the site, so it's really on him to get a first pick and then get out of dodge.
Oh, Jake going for the spot. Now the Owl Drone utilized as well to potentially flush B-Dog off this angle. Yeah, with the Recon Bolt connecting. No choice but to back off, and that'll allow YFP a little bit of space. The lockdown going to get utilized here. They're going to play it defensively, so we'll be able to flush Turtle Troop off, but never mind, actually. Good util combination kind of coming through there. So YFP, they're left scratching their heads just for a second. The momentum completely cuts.
Huge timing on the 0 point from Corey. Catches out 3 players. Goes for a flash peek. Doesn't spot anyone out. YFP gonna go for the full exec now.
Okay, well, it's gonna force out the lockdown on the other side here. Hunter's Fury gonna be utilized just to match. With a bit of information. Thief on the site, though. B-Dog able to shut that one down. The lockdown traded immediately, but B-Dog not quite done yet. Adder, meanwhile, able to get one, but the double swing works out. Jake's still alive as well. Stellar looking for it. Excellent spray transfer there. And it's all tied up. Turtle Troop aren't ready to go home just quite yet.
Again, the play from Turtle Troop on the A site itself has been so solid. Every time YFP have tried to scale up into that area on the map, Turtle Troop have been fighting with each other in that back site area so well. Just picking up the right angles for each other, swinging at the right times. Really have a great understanding of how to play that side of the map, and it's been the reason actually that they've gotten 3 of the rounds, I believe, so far on this half. So really nicely done yet again.
Aggression this time from YFP. Just immediately moving off of the single Lear. Now Physic utilizing the Owl Drone. Trying to get a little bit of information. At least able to spot one person out there, but kind of expect that. What I'm more interested in is Weedid's angle here. YFP, actually, they backpedal things a little bit. They're going to hope that they can take a little bit more space with Thief and Will.
Poison orb emitting.
Turtle Troop are going to begin to rotate off B now. You can see Stellar and Corey going all the way back through spawn towards A. B-Dog has been posted up this whole time, just waiting with the operator. I'm just going to have the backup now. It's been Stellar and Corey that have been fantastic anchoring this A site.
Smoke goes up. Make that operator a little bit more difficult to utilize, but huge 0 point. Catching quite a few of the members here. Last Lear in the hands of Penny here gets utilized. B-Dog still holding this angle with the operator. All going to be coming up as well. Jakey hopping around, but B-Dog able to find Thief. Knives are going to be popped now. Looking to potentially punish it. Okay, he's able to deny Spike Plant. That one's pretty big here as the Viper Spit gets utilized as well. But I think the damage has kind of been done. Never mind, B-Dog not quite done yet. Is able to find Will as well. And yeah, it's absolutely clean coming in from B-Dog on this jet. Unbelievable stuff.
So nicely done. That first kill with the op, and then crucially, just finding that timing to get around the corner with the knives, stop the plant. Excellent play from him. Finally getting a chance to kind of flex on the duelist a bit after playing the off rolls on the first 2 maps. When he gets the opportunity to play the jet, he can take over rounds like that. We've seen him do it consistently for so long now in America. Playing in Challengers tournaments before Challengers was even around, so consistent. And now Turtle Troop with a chance to get on to 12 with YFP on the half by Sheriffs and the single Guardian.
Don't say anything yet, because we've seen some crazy rounds happen on these ecos, but B-Dog at least feigning the escape, able to find Jake. Jake gonna have to use the not dead yet. Give another chance at life, but immediately you see Turtle Troop just kind of back out there. They can play the time down. They've got the better weaponry, and they'll deny Jake a kill if possible. Jake's still going to try for it anyways, but yeah, not able to find anything, and so that's going to be a secured kill. Now, Turtle Troop have the numbers, and they're going to be using that in their favor. The Dizzy already flying around the corner. Fragment gets tossed out into the back of sight here. It's going to cause Penny to have to panic just a bit. Immediately gets flashed out. Nice little pop flash around the corner here. It's a little dizzy, but it doesn't matter. Able to clean up Will, as we did moving forwards as well, able to scoop up one. Physic just trying to play for some lineups, but it's probably not going to be enough. Yeah, already down to half, now has to make it happen. B-Dog ready with the operator scope in mind. And Turtle Troop, looking to potentially secure this one from YFP.
Match point.
They have just been fantastic on this defense. This is the most competent, the most solid they've looked on any half, on any map so far in this series. And it keeps coming down to their play on the A site. Whether it's anchoring the site or now with a well-executed retake, they just have such an understanding of how to play on that area of the map. YFP keep testing them over and over there, and they haven't failed once.
I mean, considering how this map started out, it's so nice to see Turtle Troop really start to feel a lot more coordinated. And oh, you're kidding me. B-Dog already thought he saw a foot, just decided to spray through anyways and finds one kill. I feel a little bit more frag potential. Corey moving out. They're ready to send YFP home. A little bit of overcooking from Corey, but doesn't matter. Stellar just on the other side. Shuts that one down. The spike dropped as well. YFP uncomfortable 2v4 here as B-Dog ain't done just quite yet. Miss Bloom operator looking so stellar on this matchup. And now Will, the last person left standing, is at least aware a Killjoy might be there. Adder goes for the swing around here, not able to necessarily get the kill, but will deny the space. And yeah, Turtle Troop, they're swimming around like sharks. Adder seals the deal, and Turtle Troop turn things around on YFP and win this matchup.
A fantastic way to cap that off for Turtle Troop. With the best half that they played that entire series, they're going to continue their undefeated streak against a much improved YFP. So you have to give a ton of credit to them for how far they've come and how far they pushed Turtle Troop, one of the best teams that we have in Challengers.
Yeah, coming into this one, I mean, we talked about it a lot at the beginning there, but we were expecting Turtle Troop to, you know, this should have been a walk, and maybe not a walk in the park for them, but they were heavily favored to win things out, and that just simply wasn't really the case. YFP were looking so good this series.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of credit to them. Frankly, on the opposite end, though, I don't think this is the best we've seen Turtle Troop play. Have definitely seen them with better games, and the fact that they're still able to bring things over the finish line on what I think for the most part was a little bit of an off day for them still says a lot about how impressive this team is. When it comes down to individual heroics needing to be the catalyst for getting rounds on the board in a losable game, they have the individuals to have the heroics. That's what we saw all of that first half of Icebox. Every round was just coming down to, we're winning a 2v4. Corey's winning a 1v3 on the site so the other two players can go to the other one for free. I mean, just massive individual step-ups when necessary.
Yeah, it was nice to see, once again, Turtle Troop really get into it. And of course, B-Dog looking so good with that operator, and on top of that too, able to flex back onto the jet. I mean, that's kind of what we wanted to see, and it was just so good coming out from Turtle Troop overall. Yeah, so many operator plays just kind of coming through here, but Turtle Troop, they walk away with the win. And as soon as these map highlights wrap up here, we're going to be bringing back Sierra for our post-match analysis.
Hello, yes, I want to come back and talk about this match, because after that Lotus, I was a little bit worried for Turtle Troop that maybe this aggression coming out from YFP was going to be a little bit too much for them, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you close it out. And already, I mean, Turtle Troop to close this one out, 16, like Wyatt, 16 first kills on the YFP's end, and Turtle Troop to take it. That first off is a crazy number.
That is, I'm trying to think of what? I can't.
It doesn't seem like it, right?
Yeah, it definitely didn't feel like it, but maybe it's just because the game ended with B-Dog getting op kills first. But that basically means for the entire rest of the game, they were just never getting. That's crazy. That is wild. I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense when you think to how they were getting round wins in the first half, which were, again, that was like individual heroics pulling them back from the brink of a disaster, but still, that's crazy. And again, that says a lot about how good Turtle Troop are, that they can consistently win rounds in 45 situations, excuse me.
I'm gonna have to go back and kind of just try and see like where this was, because I still feel like that was a totally different game than what I got to see here. But someone that we were talking about getting all these off kills marks was B-Dog, and wow, B-Dog, like, when he turned it up, he turned it up. This is the person that only picks up the duelist on the jet, and I mean, when we get to see the B-Dog jet, it's always a treat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously Corey, you know, Ray's mainstay, Corey Ray's, yes, that makes a lot of sense, but B-Dog, you know, on this jet, it wasn't looking fantastic in that first half of this match, but then as soon as we saw B-Dog be able to pick up that operator, there was just immense value coming through, and it felt like that was really the foil for YFP, especially towards the end of those rounds, because some of those key players like Penny, like Jake, like Will, honestly, were immediately just getting gunned down for that first blood, like you two were talking about, and suddenly the YFP attack just didn't have any legs to stand on.
I mean, something we do need to look at for both of these teams going into later weeks, YFP, I mean, the aggression that they had in the team play that they had was definitely good, but when Turtle Troop were able to kind of dial it up a little bit, just a bit outclassed, but for Turtle Troop, Wyatt, I mean, this was a best of 3 that it started off a little bit rough. Even when we got to see Turtle Troop doing really good in their individual gameplay, they still kind of buckled a little bit under this aggression that YFP had.
Definitely. YFP on Lotus were incredible with that comp that they were running, with the Neon, with the Breach, all the stuns that they had. That was a really cool look. And it just put Turtle Troop on the back foot for the rest of the series. But even, I mean, on Icebox as well, Turtle Troop started really, really slow. That was tough. I mean, I think part of the reason why Penny was also not finding a lot of success on attack was that they weren't setting him up, or I don't know if it was if there were miscalls, like he was trying to you know, he would go for an aggro play, there wasn't a flash for him. I don't know if that was him not calling for it or what was going on in those situations, but that was really rough, and it looked like they were going to lose because they were so off in the team play in that first half. But you know, they brought things back, so massive credit to them. Again, I don't think this was the best that we've seen from them by any means, and they were still able to get this win, which says a lot about, you know, how quality this team is overall, that even on an off day with team play, their individuals are so good that they can still win against solid opponents.
100%. Being able to see them get the win in the end, definitely deserve. We're going to be having an interview lined up soon, but first, a quick break, so don't go too far.
They say in life, there are no guarantees. They say a lot of stuff like that. Slow it down. Play it safe. Hedge your bets. So what? You gonna listen to that? You gonna stop because they can't guarantee you'll pull this off? No guarantee you'll win? No guarantee everything's gonna be fine? In life, you make your own guarantees. Nobody else will light your way. Start your own fire and keep it burning. And we guarantee you'll have one hell of a lifetime.
One enemy remaining. Enemy down. One enemy remaining.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for waiting, watching some sick replays while you're at it. I have B-Dog on the line to chat a little bit more after that 2-1 victory over YFP. B-Dog, thank you so much for joining me again. I know teammate having a mic issue or something, but appreciate the chance to sit down again with you. Congrats on the win. I was a little bit worried because it was a little bit of a slow start here for Turtle Troop. YFP came out of the gate swinging. Do you think it was just a slow Turtle Troop start, or did YFP kind of catch you guys off guard a little?
I think they definitely caught us off. They had like a completely different game plan going into this whole series, it felt like. Like every map, they played completely different than what we've been seeing from them. And, you saw that on Lotus. I don't know if anyone mentioned, but, they like went B like 9 rounds on their attack or something like that. And when you have someone just like completely disrupting the whole game and making it kind of weird to play, it hurts the momentum a bit, and it definitely caught us off, like the way they were playing.
I mean, if they're kind of having some tendencies there, I mean, you're talking about the V hit over and over. Where did Turtle Troop start to kind of find advantages? Because we got to see throughout the series that Turtle Troop, I mean, you kind of seem to get their numbers just a little bit more and more as the series progressed on.
Yeah, like they kind of showed similar tendencies across every single map. And, the biggest one is they just fight everything. So, you start to get ready, you start to anticipate, and you start to like react quicker when they do like, stupid plays and just like swing you a bunch. So I think that was starting to turn to our favor a bit. And we were starting to get more and more comfortable as the series went on for sure. I think Lotus is definitely a bit uncomfortable. Sunset was like so-so, and then Icebox, I felt pretty good on Icebox. I thought we played great.
Yeah, you did. We got to see the B-Dog Jet op come out. Good stuff. So glad we did get to see a third map in this series. I want to talk about a couple of the agents that we saw coming out, because I know I got to talk to you last week about Turtle Troop's agent pool and all these funky comps we got to see, and today we actually saw that more so coming out from YFP. We got to see the Neon on the Lotus. We got to see Clove on Icebox. So how do you feel about these things that they're kind of bringing out?
Yeah, I think the Neon Lotus is good, even on like the current, even on like the old patch that we play on. The Neon Lotus is good. We used to play that. I think, they're doing the right things. They're getting ready for the Neon update maybe. And I think Neon is definitely going to be good. So, the fact that they're getting like a head start and they're playing with Neon more, that's just going to help them in the future. Clove, it seemed all right. I don't know if I was really feeling the impact on that Icebox, but that Neon, they're on the right track with that. And it's definitely going to be really annoying to play against.
Yeah, we had to like quadruple check that we were actually on the old patch for a second. Like, hey, we're seeing the Neon already, but be fun for sure. I want to make sure you can chill out after that. I know that was a long fought series, but B-Dog, thanks for hopping on call. Have a good night, okay?
Of course. Thank you, too.
Thank you. SRS, super fun series. Be kicking off our week, but of course, one more on the day. We have Blinn Esports going up against Sad Esports after the break.